Another piece in the Empire magazine upcoming issue. Batman v Superman producer did an interview with Empire and talked about how this new Batman will be different than the previous ones in one big way. So here I'm gonna say a little quote that the producer said. He said, "Batman is not giving people a chance. He is more than a vigilante. He has become not only a cop, if you will, he has also become the jury and executioner." And then the producer goes on to say that he's older, he's seen the worst of what a man can do, he's been darkened by it, he's been tougher, he's been angrier, and he also mentions that there's no Rachel from the Nolan films to grieve here for, and he adds that Batman has lost people who are near and dear to him, not necessarily from old age or disease. So taking all this into consideration, putting it all together, what do you guys think about a Batman that's an executioner and people who's been taken away from him?
Well, I mean, that's Bruce Wayne. He's a broken man. No matter what iteration you're looking at, he's been ruined. Like, he's been mentally and emotionally destroyed by losing his parents and going through all the stuff he's gone through, and then whether in the Dark Knight trilogy losing Rachel to all these different things, and in this iteration, I mean, we know he's going to lose his parents. That's always going to happen. But we always assume that he's lost Robin too. Maybe the Joker's taken him. Which Robin? We don't know. It could be his son. Honestly, we don't know. It could be Damian Wayne. We really don't know. So that would totally destroy him. And even if it's just a mentor that he took, or not a mentor, but a mentee that he took on, then that definitely would break him too. But I'm split on the killer part because I understand.
But again, he never said killer. He said executioner could mean a lot of things. I know it means, a lot of time it means killing, but does it really mean killing? I mean, can Batman really be a killer? It's like...
Well, I was going to say, I think if in the case, all right, so he's going into this film, he doesn't know who Superman is. He says, even if there's a chance that he could be a bad guy, I have to take him down. I think if he thinks something's a big enough threat, that he'll kill it. And whether that's a person, an alien, a monster, I think if he has to, he'll kill. But on the other side, I'm like, isn't that supposed to be Batman's thing? Like, you don't kill, you bring them to justice. So I don't know what he means. We don't know. He literally could be saying that Batman's a killer in this universe, or he's became one, or he's willing to kill. So I don't know how I feel about that. It kind of bothers me. But then at the same time, I understand, like, if he thinks Superman is such a big threat and the only way to stop him is to kill him, I could see Batman being willing to kill. So,
Jake?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I kind of feel the same. The comments that, I mean, if he ends up being a killer, that's kind of going to bug me. It's going to bug me more than Superman being a killer, because Superman's thing is also, he doesn't kill, that kind of stuff, and people freaked out when that happened. But
he had to.
Yeah, exactly. But it's just, and if in fact he's saying, he actually is the executioner and he kills, that clearly, I mean, that clears up a lot of things. The fact that the Batmobile has guns on it and that he's carrying a gun in that one shot we saw him, and it's like, okay, maybe Batman, is going to take things in his own hands in his own way. I mean, I don't really know what to say about it, just because I never saw Batman as a killer. I never have, through the comics, through the animated movies, through the movies so far. That's just not who he is. Like, yeah, he's brutal, and this Batman specifically, he's been broken time and time again. Robin is supposedly gone. His parents, his house is burnt down. All kinds of things have happened to him. But even so, it's just like, I cannot see him as a killer. I can't see Batman as a killer because that's not who he is. But at the same time, because of the Batman they're setting up, it would in a way make sense because of everything that's been going on with Superman and, the Joker. And, at this point, we haven't seen the Batman that has lost to Robin so far. So we've seen one who's lost to Rachel, but that might not be as bad as someone who's lost someone like a Robin because of, he took on the master name, like that the Robin was his responsibility. as to where Rachel was just like a lover. That's kind of different. And, you know, whether it's son or someone else, I just don't see him becoming a killer. It kind of bugs me. It does kind of bug me, the fact that he would say he's an executioner. So,
Yeah, I asked Jake, is Rachel a character that was just made up for that universe, or does she exist somewhere in the comics?
she does exist in the comics.
She does?
Yeah.
Is that like his main love?
Not all the time.
Well, I mean, he's dated Wonder Woman and
there's
before,
there's been different iterations, like the two from the older movies that were played by like Nicole Kidman.
Oh,
Like,
that's a character
there's
too.
all kinds of
okay,
different, all kinds of different women.
He's a womanizer too, so
Yeah.
he's always
There's-
Catwoman, duh.
Yeah, there's all
So,
kinds of different
yeah,
women.
Okay,
yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah. It wouldn't bother me if he was a killer, only because how his crime fighting, you know, what it has cost him. You know, in the beginning, I'm sure he was just, you know, the Batman that we all know and love. But when someone like Robin is taken away from you, and I'm gonna say, I think it's Robin.